walk into Walmart on a Saturday afternoon, and it feels less like shopping, more like stepping into a trap. Bright lights, rolling carts, kids crying in the toy aisle. And right there, stacked to the ceiling, are the glowing televisions. Each box screams the same promise: 4K Ultra HD, Smart TV, HDR Cinema Experience. And then you see it, that big yellow rollback tag. Suddenly, it feels like you just hit the jackpot. A 55-inch smart TV for a couple $100? You think, how bad could it be? Here's the ugly truth Walmart won't tell you. Some of those TVs are a steal, but others are engineered disasters waiting to drain your wallet and your patience. And today, we're ranking the 10 most common TV brands you'll find at Walmart, from the absolute bottom of the barrel junk to the ones that actually deserve a spot in your living room. Stick around, because at the very end, I'll reveal the single Walmart TV brand you should run from like it's on fire. Let's start with the worst offender. Number 10. On. Walmart's booby trap. On isn't a TV, it's a prank. A prank Walmart pulls on bargain hunters every single weekend. You see stacks of them on Black Friday and think, wow, 55 inches for $200? That's insane. And it is insane, just not in the way you think. From the moment you lift it out of the box, it feels wrong. The frame creaks like a cheap lawn chair. The stand wobbles like it was built out of soda cans. Under Walmart's fluorescent lights, the screen looks bright enough. But get it home, turn off the lights, and suddenly you're watching blotchy shadows and motion blur so bad it looks like your football game was painted with watercolors. And the sound? Imagine bees buzzing inside a tin can. That's what happens every time you turn the volume past 20. Most people end up buying a soundbar, which means the deal you thought you scored is now costing you another $200 just to hear dialogue. But the real kicker? Reliability, or the complete lack of it. HDMI ports stop working within months, remotes die overnight, and way too often, the entire screen just goes black, usually a week after Walmart's 90-day return policy runs out. I grabbed an ONN TV on Black Friday because the price was crazy low. 3 months later, the sound started buzzing, and by month 6, the screen was completely dead. Cheapest mistake I ever made. Bottom line, On isn't a bargain. It's a booby trap in a box. Number 9, RCA, the fossil that forgot to evolve. Once upon a time, RCA was a legend. Your grandparents probably had an RCA radio or TV that lasted longer than most marriages. Back then, RCA meant trust. Today, it's just a name slapped on plastic garbage. At Walmart, RCA sits there pretending to be reliable, the brand you remember. But the second you plug it in, the illusion shatters. The panels are dull and lifeless. Colors look like someone washed your movie in dirty dishwater. Skin tones are gray, contrast is weak, and the viewing angle? If you move 2 feet to the left, your deep blacks turn into foggy gray soup. The smart software is even worse. Menus lag, apps crash, and half the time you need to plug in a Roku stick just to make it functional. What's the point of buying a smart TV that's too dumb to run Netflix? Durability? Forget it. HDMI ports burn out. Backlights flicker. Power supplies die before you even get to season 3 of your favorite show. And when you try to call warranty support, you'll get bounced around between Walmart and RCA's license partner until you eventually give up. One Walmart shopper said they bought an RCA for the guest room. Less than a year later, it wouldn't even turn on. Warranty support just bounced them back and forth until they gave up. Bottom line, RCA is a fossil, and not in the cool collectible way. It's junk wearing a familiar mask. Number 8. JVC, the invisible middle child. JVC once made legendary camcorders and stereos. In TVS? Not so much. At Walmart today, JVC is the definition of meh. It's not the worst thing you could buy, but it's so inconsistent it feels like rolling dice. Here's the issue. JVC doesn't stick to one operating system. Some models use Roku, some use Fire TV, others use some random OS that feels like it was coded in a basement. That means two JVC TVS sitting side by side at Walmart might give you completely different experiences. One smooth, one laggy nightmare. Picture quality? Serviceable at best. Colors lack punch, brightness is average, and sports look like they've been smeared with a butter knife. Black levels are shallow, so dark scenes in movies look more like a gray fog machine than cinematic immersion. And reliability? That's where it hurts. HDMI ports fail, remotes stop responding, panels develop dead pixels in under a year. And since JVC doesn't have strong US support, warranty help is basically non-existent. Grabbed a JVC at Walmart on sale. Looked fine at first. Within weeks, the apps froze constantly. By month 6, 2 dead pixels. Tried to return it, no stock. Stuck with it. Never again. Bottom line, JVC isn't terrible, but it isn't good either. It's Walmart's invisible middle child. Easy to overlook and even easier to regret. Number 7, Philips. The split personality. Philips is one of those brands that confuses shoppers. In Europe, it's respected. Sleek panels, immersive Ambilight LEDs glowing onto your wall, a reputation for quality. But the Philips you'll find at Walmart? Forget it. That's not the European masterpiece. It's a budget knockoff hiding behind the same name. These US models usually look nice on the shelf. Slim bezels, sharp design. But once you fire it up, reality sets in. Menus lag like you're pressing buttons through molasses. Open Netflix and get ready for buffering, stuttering, and random freezes. It's like buying a smart TV that needs a cup of coffee before it wakes up. Brightness is mediocre, so daytime viewing turns into a squint fest. Black levels look more gray than black, and colors are inconsistent. Sometimes oversaturated, sometimes washed out. It feels like whoever calibrated it had one eye closed. And don't get too comfortable. Reliability is shaky. Random reboots, flickering backlights, and panels that dim significantly after just a year. Philips doesn't prioritize the US market anymore, so good luck finding quick updates or decent service. One of our subscribers shared this story. Bought a Philips thinking I was getting that cool European quality. First week, the Ambilight effect looked amazing. Month 2, menus lagged so bad I thought the TV froze. By month 6, I sold it and grabbed a TCL instead. Bottom line, Philips in Europe is premium. Philips in Walmart is a headache. Don't get fooled by the name badge. Number 6, Panasonic. The ghost of glory days. There was a time when Panasonic was the name in televisions. Their plasma TVs were legendary. If you owned one, you bragged about it at every movie night. But walk into Walmart today, and Panasonic is more ghost than giant. Their presence in the US is nearly gone. The few models you do see feel like leftovers, stripped-down LCD sets with none of the cutting-edge tech. Picture quality is fine. Brightness is acceptable. Colors are decent. But dark scenes? Flat. Contrast? Weak. It's like buying a good enough TV when the competition is already miles ahead. To be fair, Panasonic still has some strengths. Their sets are usually sturdier than Walmart's bargain brands. Some even support Dolby Atmos, giving sound a little extra punch. But the software? Forget it. The App Store feels like stepping back 10 years. Limited options, clunky menus, and updates that roll out at glacial speed. And then there's the price tag. Panasonic often costs more than its Walmart rivals, but doesn't deliver enough to justify it. Why pay extra for outdated tech when TCL and Hisense give you more for less? A viewer told us about their Panasonic experience. I imported a Panasonic OLED after hearing the hype. Picture? Incredible! But no HBO Max, clunky updates, and almost no support here in the US paid top dollar for half the ecosystem. Bottom line, Panasonic is durable, but outdated. At Walmart in 2025, It's nostalgia wrapped in plastic. Number 5. Vizio, the fallen hero. Vizio once ruled the budget TV game. In the 2000s and 2010s, if you wanted the most screen for the least cash, Vizio was a no-brainer. Walmart shoppers loved them because they offered quality picture at rock-bottom prices. But in 2025, that shine has worn off. The panels can still surprise you. Bright, colorful, with solid HDR support. For movie nights or casual gaming, they deliver more than you'd expect for the price. That's why Vizio still has fans. But here's the deal breaker. SmartCast. SmartCast is Vizio's operating system, and it's clunkier than a shopping cart with a broken wheel. Apps crash, menus freeze, navigation feels painfully slow. Some people end up plugging in a Roku or Fire Stick just to bypass the mess. Congratulations! You just bought a smart TV that needs a smarter brain. Durability is also hit or miss. Some Vizios last for years, others fail in months. Common issues include flickering backlights, HDMI ports that suddenly die, and panels that refuse to turn on. Buying a Vizio is basically playing TV roulette. Here's what one of our subscribers said. I saw a comment from a buyer who picked up a 65-inch Vizio. First month, gorgeous picture. By month 3, half the apps stopped working. By month 8, they replaced it with a Hisense. Bottom line, Vizio isn't the unbeatable value it used to be. Still better than Walmart's bargain basement brands, but no longer the king of budget TVs. Number 4, Hisense, the underdog swinging hard. 10 years ago, Hisense was the other TV brand, the one you walked past on your way to Samsung and LG. Not anymore. Hisense has bulldozed its way into Walmart with big, flashy promises. ULED technology, Dolby Vision, HDR10, plus all at prices that make you double-check the tag to see if it's real. And sometimes it is. Hisense panels are often brighter than you'd expect, with vivid colors and impressive performance in dark rooms. Gamers love the fast refresh rates and low input lag, and on paper, you're getting features that normally live on TVs twice the price. But here's the reality check. Build quality and consistency. Hisense frames often feel flimsy, stands wobble, bezels crack under the slightest pressure, and the audio? Flat, weak, and tiny. You'll almost always end up buying a soundbar, which adds another couple $100 to your budget deal. Reliability is the biggest gamble. Some buyers rave about their Hisense years later. Others watch theirs fail within months. Software updates are irregular, especially on lower-end models, which means bugs sometimes stay forever. A Frugal Choise subscriber told us their Hisense story. Picked up a Hisense U8H for half the price of an LG OLED. The picture blew me away. The sound? Straight out of a cereal box. I bought a soundbar, and suddenly it felt like I had a $3,000 setup for $1,200. Still, I'm nervous about how long it'll last. Bottom line, Hisense is the scrappy underdog. Sometimes it punches above its weight, sometimes it collapses in the middle of the fight. If you chase value and don't mind the risk, it's a smart play. If you want guaranteed durability, you'll have to spend more. Number 3. TCL, the budget disruptor. TCL is like that garage band that went viral overnight. A decade ago, nobody cared. Today, TCL is everywhere, and Walmart has been their stage. Big screens, low prices, and Roku or Google TV built in. On paper, it's the dream. And to be fair, TCL changed the game. Their 6 Series back in the day brought premium features like QLED panels and Dolby Vision to budgets that normal people could actually afford. Suddenly, Samsung and LG had to rethink their pricing. TCL proved you don't need a second mortgage to watch in 4K HDR. But success comes with problems. The biggest quality control. Some TCL sets are flawless. Crisp picture, smooth menus, great value. Others come out of the box with dead pixels, screen bleed, or random panel failures. Buying TCL at Walmart sometimes feels like buying a lottery ticket. You might win, you might end up back in the returns line. One buyer put it bluntly, got a TCL 6 Series and was blown away. Told my brother to grab one. His arrived with 2 dead pixels right out of the box. Replacement took weeks. The picture's great now, but the hassle? Not worth it. Bottom line, TCL can deliver near premium performance for bargain prices. But with inconsistent quality, you're gambling every time. Number 2, Samsung, the hype machine. Walk down the TV aisle at Walmart and it feels like Samsung owns the place. Whole walls glowing like the Las Vegas Strip. And honestly, the picture quality deserves the hype. Samsung's QLED and Neo QLED sets are insanely bright, vibrant, and sharp. Sports, gaming, movies, everything pops. Motion handling is buttery smooth. Black levels are deep. If you want eye candy, Samsung delivers. Their software, Tizen, is also one of the slicker smart TV platforms. Tons of apps, frequent updates, and features that gamers love. Low latency, VRR, high refresh rates. It feels futuristic. But then comes the catch. The ads. Yes, you read that right. Even if you drop $1,200 or more on a Samsung QLED, the menus shove ads and promos in your face. Imagine paying premium prices and still being forced to look at commercials before you open Netflix. That's Samsung in 2025. Repairs aren't cheap either. If your panel or motherboard dies out of warranty, the repair bill can rival the cost of buying a brand new TV. A Walmart shopper summed it up like this. Bought a Samsung QN90C. Picture, gorgeous. Brightness, unreal. But the ads on the home screen make me feel like I'm renting the TV instead of owning it. Bottom line, Samsung is flashy, powerful, and mostly reliable. But you'll pay a premium, and you'll have to swallow those annoying ads shoved right into your menu. Number 1, LG, the quiet assassin. If Samsung is the loud hype machine, LG is the silent king. Year after year, LG holds the crown. And in 2025, they're still the safest bet at Walmart. Their secret weapon? OLED. While most TVs rely on backlights, LG's OLED panels light each pixel individually. That means perfect blacks, infinite contrast, and colors so vivid you'll swear you're staring out a window instead of at a screen. Movies look cinematic, games feel immersive, and even regular shows suddenly look premium. LG's WebOS is another win. Clean, simple, and intuitive. Unlike clunky RCA menus or Vizio SmartCast, WebOS just works. Switch between apps in seconds, no lag, no crashes, no headache. Durability is another area where LG shines. While bargain brands often give out after a year or two, LG TVS routinely lasts much longer. Owners consistently report keeping theirs for 5, even 7 years without major issues. One of our viewers shared their upgrade. Switched from a Samsung QLED to an LG C3 OLED. The difference? Night and day. Dark scenes finally look dark. Colors are breathtaking. Zero regrets. Except not switching sooner, LG isn't flawless. OLEDs can still be vulnerable to burn-in if you leave static images on screen too long, and their prices are high. But compared to the frustration and unreliability of Walmart's cheaper brands, LG is worth every penny. Bottom line, if you want peace of mind, reliability, and the best picture quality Walmart has to offer, LG is still the king of the aisle. There you have it. 10 Walmart TV brands ranked from the disasters that will waste your money to the ones that are actually worth it. On an RCA, traps in a box, JVC and Philips, names coasting on nostalgia, Panasonic, a ghost from the past, Vizio, a fallen hero, Hisense and TCL, value-packed wildcards, Samsung, flashy but not flawless, and LG, the king of the castle. And here's the rule, the cheapest TVs in Walmart are never the best deal. Spend a little more up front, and you'll save yourself years of frustration, wasted money, and black screens. Before you run off to buy your next TV, do one thing. Hit subscribe to Frugal Choise. Because we'll keep exposing the traps, the tricks, and the truths the big brands don't want you to know. Tap that bell icon and join the smart shoppers who are already one step ahead. Don't get fooled by the shiny rollback tag. Spend smarter, save bigger, and never let Walmart sell you a disappointment in a box.